What the narcissist feels. Detachment. I'm often asked by people, how do you feel when you go to an event? Or how do you feel when you look at a piece of art or listen to music HG? Well, I'm going to describe to you how I feel with regard to the attendance at a particular event, and how that encompasses the fact that I'm detached from you. It also gives you more insight into the processes that are adopted by me as part of who I am, and will help you understand the way that my kind operate. I also anticipate that it will cause some of you to consider how thankful you believe that you are with regard to the way that you experience things, which contrasts with the way that we do. I'm explaining all of this from my perspective, naturally, and that is as an aware narcissistic psychopath, as the ultra. Greaters will operate in a similar way to this, aware of it, aware of what is going on, aware of how it can be used, awareness of the detachment. The experience will be different for the lesser or mid-range narcissist, because although they will behave in a similar way, they will feel and experience in a similar way, they won't understand why it is happening or why they are doing what they are doing, and you need to keep that in mind as you listen to what I explain. The people that know me and interact with me often remark that I always seem somehow attuned to people and my environment. They remark about how I know so much about certain things, that I have clearly experienced a lot and retained the benefit of these experiences. My awareness of matters is high, and it is often commented on how I am able to plug in to something and instantly understand it, knowing how it works and what to do. Whether it is a meeting, discussion, or event, I fit in. I'm not going to disagree with those comments. Let us imagine that you are a huge football fan, or soccer for our transatlantic cousins. I listen to how you analyse a forthcoming match and discuss the impact of an expensive new signing. I carefully pay attention as you detail how the opposition centre-half is weak on short passes played into the penalty area. I notice that your eyes widen and light up with interest as you debate these issues with fellow fans. I make a careful note of what is said by you and the others and store it so that I can regurgitate it later to somebody else that is similarly interested in football and pass it off as my own knowledge and observations. Character trait acquisition. I will also, as a consequence of my own intelligence and intellect, build upon this by studying, analysing, utilising the foundation of the material that you have provided, and building on it with my own abilities. I will do so with complete conviction, so that nobody recognises any element of the comments that are not my own, and, of course, they then become subsumed within my own adding to the situation. Understand, this is less likely with a lesser or mid-range narcissist. I spent the morning before the match that we were attending reading the sports sections of 2 quality newspapers and also the satellite broadcaster's webpage for the match, along with other bits and pieces from around the internet, in order to ensure that my knowledge was assembled for this, our first match together. Preparation, preparation, preparation. I knew from your social media postings that you are a passionate fan of this particular team, and I targeted you, and therefore pretended that I was also as well. I was able to recall key trophies that the team has won and recent events from the football club's website to enable me to demonstrate to you that I was also a similarly committed fan. I'm mirroring you. In the course of the discussion with you and your friends, who are also die-hard fans, I trot out a piece I memorised from a football writer, tweaking it here and there to give it a ring of authenticity, as I explain how our captain, needs a holding midfielder alongside him to allow him to venture further forward and play key balls to the lone man up front. You all nod in agreement, showing admiration. in my knowledge, despite part of it being acquired elsewhere. Already the fuel flows. Already I am controlling all of you. I attend the match with you and see how excited you are by the occasion. I find this interesting. Your conversation speeds up as you talk about the team the manager has selected. The smell of beer and hot dogs and pies mixes together on the concourse, heightening the occasion as the singing from the away fans drifts inside the stadium. An event like this clearly assails the senses. The press of the crowd as it makes its way inside seems to lend energy to you, and your pace quickens, causing me to have to speed up to ensure that I am not left behind. Once in our seats, your face demonstrates how you are eagerly anticipating the game, the chanting and shouting, already loud, bouncing around the stadium and competing with the delivery of the PA announcer. All around me, I recognize through my observation of people in the past, nervous anticipation, bullish enthusiasm, and well-founded confidence. I listen to the chants to enable me to learn the words so that I can then join in. I watch you as you crane forward in your seat, eyes fixed on the unfolding match, fists clench, and repeated utterances issued loudly to urge your team on. I mimic your exhortations and body language, leaning forward towards the pitch, and then jumping up as your team, now our team, opens the scoring. You hug me, and I reluctantly return the hug, jumping up and down in a replica of the delight that washes across the home crowd. The taunting chants aimed at the opposition ring out, and I readily join in, gesturing towards the disconsolate faces in the adjoining stand. Their misery is prompted by my association with this team, therefore I have caused it. I drink of the fuel. A second goal is scored, this time from the cries of delight and the conjoining of profanity and blasphemy. The goal is clearly of both quality and importance. That now puts us on top of the league on goal difference, you explain, as if you were able to see that I am wondering why there is such a heightened reaction to this second goal. I know, however, that you aren't wondering that at all. I know that you are thrilled that I am embracing with such enthusiasm the match, sharing this main passion in your life. I join in with the cheers, the shouting, the cries of frustration and disappointment, the barracking of the referee when he makes a poor decision, and ensure that I am fully integrated with the experience. I look around me, watching the passion, the hope, the fury, and the delight etched on the other supporters. The stadium is a cauldron of noise and emotion. I am plugged into this experience, along with 55,000 other people. I can see the emotions are raw and visceral, even primitive. I see all of this around me, yet all I feel is the fuel. I merely mimic everyone else in order to fit in. I don't feel their hope. I don't feel their passion. I don't feel delight. I feel the effect of the fuel that comes towards me as a consequence of my actions towards you, and of my actions towards anybody else in the stadium. I have attached the experience to me, but besides the fuel, I feel nothing. I am completely detached from it. All it does is serve a purpose to enable me to create and build bridges and ties with you. I can see how it all affects you. That is very clear to see. I am there, yet I am not. I am connected, yet removed. This is how it feels. Or rather, this is how it does not. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.